man, they got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny, news and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. Plus he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. You in the mix, sports mix. You in the mix, rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. You in the mix, sports mix. You in the mix, you rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Yes, sir. What up, y'all?
What up? What up?
Sports Mix in the building. Got my guys with me. My guy Dino.
Yes, sir.
My man Neil checking in.
What's up, people?
In here. Year 2 in the books. Second year, man. This is crazy.
24 months.
24 months been doing this thing. I ain't, you never know what's gonna come of it. I didn't know what was gonna happen when we started this thing, but we here now, and two year anniversary. Thank everybody for all the support. All of the encouragement I've been getting over the last 2 years. All of the thank yous and the praise and everything, man. I'm just appreciative of everything. So just the 2 year anniversary, trying to get everything set up. I'm channeling, you know what I mean? We're gonna get some awards down the road. So I'm channeling, got my little baby Emmy with me. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? This where it's at. We're going up from here. We're going up from here. So I gotta get to where I can see the comments, who's commenting. I see I got some comments already, but thank y'all. Thank y'all for the anniversary shout outs.
Look, let's see if the applause worked. There we go. There we go. Congratulations, my guy. I don't know what's going on with my camera right now, but hopefully we're going to get it right.
We couldn't hear it, though. We couldn't hear the applause.
Oh, y'all couldn't hear it?
Nah. So, Share, what's up, Share? Thank you for the happy anniversary. Appreciate you. My guy, Spencer Bagley, classmate, my guy. Thank you, homeboy. Appreciate you. So just got y'all with me, right? So starting, I'm gonna have a couple more of my guys joining me in a few. Just give me y'all reflections on the first 2 years. Y'all been rocking with me since the beginning. So just kind of give me y'all reflections on where y'all see us starting, where we've been, where we going. And let's start Neil. Well, go Dean.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm having some technical difficulties. I'll be back.
Yeah, man. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, man. I mean, 2 years, 24 months. I don't know how many hours that is. What is that? 104 weeks.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, time is something that, we can't change that thing, not 1 millisecond. I don't care what you do. You can't do nothing with time. Time is time.
Mm-hmm.
But, time has taken on a little bit different complexity these days, post-pandemic.
Yeah.
An hour is still an hour, it's still 60 minutes, but what has changed is the speed, man, or even the expectation of what you can do in that hour.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about 2 years, it takes, you got to be steadfast. You got to deal with the ups. You got to deal with the downs. You get them times, those moments where, You know, maybe you ain't feeling so confident. Maybe you ain't as hyped, you know. But again, man, 2 years, you still here. You still talking big things. You still looking up. You still rising. And so, absolutely, man, it is a moment to celebrate. 2 years.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And definitely, you know, appreciate your contributions to the show and the flow.
Yeah, well, it's an honor to me, man, for you to even consider me. So that's how
well, shit, it was no brainer. You know what I mean? Like as many sports shows we did off air.
Yeah, we did plenty.
Yeah, it was automatic. So, you know, I appreciate your you know, you joining me, helping me out with this thing, and even floating your ideas and you know what you bring to the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate that. You know, got you know, the other guys gonna be joining me. The other roundtable guys, CB, Cheese, you know, Neil having some technical difficulties right now. Everybody gonna join us. This just been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just starting this thing and really you know, getting to this point. 2 years. Like, you know, it's crazy just think about it. The time kind of went by that quick. You know, 2 years ago, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? We 2023. I'm looking forward to 2024. What the next year got.
Yeah.
You know what the next year got in store for me. So it's just a big thing, man. And like I say, I'm at a point now in life. I'm celebrating everything. You know what I mean? No matter how big or small it is to the world. Yeah, I'm any accomplishment, I'm celebrating it. You know, like I said, I'm channeling, you know, the future. So we talking about Emmys. We try, you know what I'm saying? We try to take it there. Trying to be on the stage giving that acceptance speech, man. You know, I just want to thank, you know, Mom and you know everybody. I'm going out like that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where it is for me. So you know, I don't want to jump too far ahead. You know, while the fella here go Neil jumping back, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. So Neil, you ready to roll?
I'm ready, my guy. Look like my camera working now. I had to do a quick restart. My apologies again.
All right. So just give me your reflections on these first 2 years.
Man, looking back, they want one thing they say that's undefeated is time, bro. It don't even feel like 2 years.
Right.
But what I can say is I'm proud of your growth, man. I can see the change. I can see the progression. You know, you're not stagnant. You keep steadily upgrading. And I appreciate being a part of it. You know, like I've had my own couple of YouTube channels for some years now, and I'm not even, you know, having done as much as you or even posted as much as you. So just for you to have that drive and the you know, the desire to get better and to continue this thing, you know, and just to have the love of sports and just, you know, the topics that you discuss is a great thing, you know, when it comes through in the podcast and what you do. And man, I wish you nothing but success. Like, you know, anything I can do to push this thing further to get, you know, get guests on or do topics, you know, I'm here as always, brother. And you know, I'm always gonna give you my unsolicited advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that's the way it should work, you know.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. So it's not criticism, it's you know, positivity. Is to push you to be better so that you can push me to be better.
Absolutely. You know? Absolutely. And I definitely appreciate it. You know, the feedback, the suggestions, you know, and this you taking the time, you know, when you can to jump on. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's not easy, man, because we all got lives, we all got stuff that we do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not convenient to just stop what you got going on to, you know, to jump on like that. So I appreciate, you know, y'all dudes, man, taking y'all time to you know, spend an hour or so just talking about some sport. Just really try to give you that barbershop vibe, you know, that just sitting around chopping it up vibe. Like you know, we not, like I said last night, man, I'm not trained in media. I'm not polished that way. So I don't want it to come off that way. I want it to come off as organic as I can be. You know what I'm saying? And the same way you see me talking sports outside, that's what you're gonna see right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to be something that I'm not. I'm not trying to fake and you know, be something that I'm not. I'm just trying to give you me. And anybody that know me, you know what I'm saying, no, this is pretty much what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, you know, appreciate, you know, Neil, you know, I mean, we go back, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of history, you know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, we grew up pretty much together. So
exactly.
To you know, to have you on is like I said, to Dean, you know, me and Dean been talking sports pretty much since we've been friends.
Okay.
So it was no brainer to get him on. Like I say, me and you played sports together. We talk sports. You know what I'm saying? We didn't watch millions of games together, all that.
Exactly.
You know, over the years. So to me, getting people that I know and people that I know that I could have conversation with and debate, because like you say, we don't have to always agree. You know what I'm saying? But it's never nothing disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can agree to disagree. But that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody's opinion matters.
I think that's what make the show. That's what make it flow. You know what I'm saying? Is that we all able to kind of flow. And then, you know, like I say, when we have the debates and the discussions, man, about different things and things we agree on, things we don't agree on, it just make everything better. I tried real hard, man, to get the clip with with CB going in on Dean and them about Obama. I couldn't send it. I couldn't get it to my laptop, man, because it was on my phone, and said the file was too big to send. So I should have did a better job editing it. But man, that probably the most classic clip that I got. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole back and forth where Dean was going in, and you was on the road till you brought Obama up. And once you brought Obama up, man,
and I didn't even know.
And you didn't
close
even
know. The curtains.
Yeah, you didn't even
Show's
know.
over.
Man,
Never knew.
CB, I mean, man, he played it all. He played it so perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they had to have rehearsed that. You know what I'm saying? That had to have been scripted, man. I mean, the way he adjusted the camera to get Malcolm X right in the camera. You know. Yeah. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Right on point.
Hey, I talked them right up.
There go Malcolm.
Look, hey, that's probably one of the most classic moments that we had up on here, man. My guy Charles Brooks, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Backboard. So we started off right. Just Neil and Dean kind of gave some reflections. I gave my little reflections on just the last 2 years of the show. You know, you was there from the start. You know, you was there from the very first show.
Yes, sir.
So you know, you've been here. You know, like I mean, I think I told the story how we met. You know, we met working. You know, on a work situation. You know, I kind of came into your program.
Yep.
And you know, I didn't come into the program with any expectation other than to work. You know, do my little hours and go home.
That's right.
And I left there with a friend for life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt.
So let me just tell you, you know, I appreciate, you know, all that you bring to the show. You know, I appreciate just even stuff that we talk about outside of the show. You know, we talk a little bit on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out. You know, we had some pretty good conversations when we hang out.
That's right.
Know,
no doubt.
which probably if we didn't have somewhere to go, we probably could still be talking. You know? But
right.
So just kind of give me your reflections on the first 2 years of the sports mix.
Well, man, I tell you, I think with your show, and I think what you can say about your show is the growth, you know, and how you started off with the sports mix, and how you like bring us on. You bring on like different folks. You've had that that interview I remember with Reggie Williams, and that was like you did like a great job with that, you know. And even when you do like your little like a YouTube shorts while you're driving, and even extending it beyond what we see here. You know, you have the Sunday football chat, you know, on Messenger, you know, and so that's and you got like a number of people that chime in with you know, various thoughts about the Ravens, you know. So that's just a testament as to what you do and what you bring and the growth of the sports mix and what's good to come, you know. It just shows you what's coming, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
And like I said, man, I appreciate, you know, what you bring to the flow from you know, what people don't know, and you know, with the Brooks Blackboard, you know, your forte is more political. You know what I'm saying? But you bring that flow here. You know what I'm saying? So you bring a good flow, and you can get right into what we do. Let me bring up the other original. My guy Cheese was there from the first show. So
Fromage.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Cheese?
So before we jump too far in, so we just everybody was kind of giving their reflections on the first 2 years of the show. And like I said, you and CB was right there. Y'all was with me the first show. You know what I'm saying? The very first show. And I always tell people it's your fault that I even started the show that night, because I had no plan ever to start the show that night. I just wanted to see how the software worked.
Right.
And you said, no, let's go live tonight. And we've been rolling ever since. So Kyle, give me your reflections just on the first 2 years.
Yeah, it was a fucking disaster. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. It was great. That's one of those things where I said, you know what? You said we're going to try to do a trial and error or whatever. I said, man, go ahead and try it. Just go out on a limb. And Neil's always said that. Even Neil gets on all of us, you know, go ahead and try and do it, see what happens. So that's what happened. I thought it was great. And it was impromptu.
Yeah.
A lot of things are best when it's not really planned and just go with your gut. And I think that's what it was.
Yeah, definitely. And always, you know, appreciate what you bring to the flow. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got your own shows. Well, one show now, but you've had multiple different shows that what you do. You know, so you kind of the veteran of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Even all the way back to when I was working with CB, so that's about 2015.
Yep.
And you did the show up there with and you had Larry Holmes on your show, you know what I mean? So
yep.
That's been almost 10 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you've been rolling with yours, man. So appreciate you, brother. You know, you always tell you that. Appreciate you, man. And definitely thank you for inspiring me to do what I do. So again, before we jump too far ahead, I got another guest I'm gonna bring up. This brother been with us a couple times, man, and you know, got his own flow. You know, so my guy Glenny Moore, host of Cool Convos. What's up, Glenny?
What's up,
man? My brother?
What's up?
Hey,
right.
What's good, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Man,
right.
Call it, man.
Right.
Just trying to celebrate. You know, been doing this thing 2 years.
Yeah.
Just, you know, definitely had to have you on. You one of the guys, man. I'll be checking your stuff out. You know, and you know, full disclosure. You know, me and Glenny never met.
Mm-hmm.
we ain't met yet. So, you know,
Yeah.
we social media guys. I was checking his stuff out. He was checking my stuff out. We comment on each other's stuff, and we just kind of like, yo, let's come on. So that's how that started. So we definitely gonna link up.
Well, the first time I saw you is when you had Reggie Williams on.
Okay.
And that inspired me to get Reggie Williams.
Yeah. Yep. Because I think you had him like a week or two after I did.
Right.
Yeah. But now before y'all had him on first when y'all had him up Morgan.
Yeah. I had him down more. I had him in person. On the show. That was great, man. Because I didn't make it, man. but he made it down. Then I saw him on your show. Then I asked him to come on my show.
Yeah. So I saw him at Morgan first, and I reached out to his brother. Me and his brother pretty cool. I reached out to his brother and said, "Yo, you think you ready to come on?" He said, "Yeah," and he hooked it up. So that's how that came about.
No, it's crazy, Kenny. 6 degrees of separation. I don't think I've ever met Glenny in person either. But I went to Northern. I graduated from Northern. We got a lot of mutual friends.
Yeah,
and that's crazy how life is, you know.
I should have went to Northern, but the Lord knew best, man. If I went to Northern, I'd got.
Nah, Glenn, you did right. You picked the right school. You went to Mervo. Come on now.
Here go them M&M guys, Mervo and Morgan guys. So Glenny, kind of give me your reflections, man. You know, you've been on here a couple of times. You watch, you kind of see what we do. What's your thoughts about the sports mix?
Oh man, well, first of all, just engaging personally, man, and just allowing us to share our opinion out loud, whether people agree to it or not. And I know some of us are diehard Ravens fans, boy, and you criticize them a little bit. If I criticize them, Kenny gonna get me if I criticize them a little bit. But it's just great platform, man. A lot of us, you know, have our opinion in the basement or in the living room, but to be able to publicly share our opinion, it's a great thing, man. And I think it's inspiration also for kids in the community to start their own podcasts and different things like that. So I appreciate what you do. Hey, and we still learning technology, which is perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect, man.
Absolutely.
But we can reach many and inspire many. And I just like to uplift people, man. The same thing that you do, celebrate people, man. That's the bottom line, to celebrate others, man.
Absolutely. And it's crazy. You know, I've been in a couple places with people talking about wanting to do podcasts. You know, so I mean, like, y'all know Mark Clark been on here. Like, I done been in places with Mark, and Mark introduced me like I done made it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Kenny. He, you know, host of the Sportsman, blah, blah, blah. But people be talking about they want to do a podcast, they nervous, this, and that. I said, listen, check this out. When I started mine, I didn't know what I was doing, didn't have a clue how to do none of this stuff. We just did it.
Yep.
And really, the only thing that's in the way is us. You know what I'm saying? If we don't just jump out there and do it, and that's with anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a professional procrastinator. I do it. I procrastinate better than anybody that I know, but I always seem to figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? So I just said it with Cheese. If he didn't tell me that day, yo, just go live tonight, I probably would have waited another month. You know what I'm saying? Just to start, because I gotta have it just right. I want this. Nah, it was raw. We just jumped out there. We did it, but I had fun with it. I felt comfortable. Like, I didn't feel intimidated by the microphone, the cameras, the people watching, none of that. I said, yo, I just did it. And another thing, I mean, they'll know me since we was teenagers. I've been knowing Cheese since we was fucking kids, even excuse my language. No, I'm not a talkative person. Like, so people that know me know, like, Kenny, you quiet. So for me to be out here talking like this and sharing my opinions and putting it out there for everybody to see and critique and all that go against everything I've always been. I've always been quiet. The biggest guy in the room, but the most quiet. I don't really talk a lot. So for me to do this and to have fun with it like this is definitely a good thing, and been therapeutic for me too. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Kenny, that's a great word you use, therapeutic. And you know, a lot of times, and me, you, and CB have mentioned it, and even Neil, we, you know, talk about certain things we've gone through, and all of us have, you know, lost loved ones over the last 7, 8, you know, years or so, and allows us to be able to come together and talk and, you know, let our mind, you know, wander away, at least for a little while. And whether you fellowshipping or whether you sharing ideas, thoughts, or whatever it might be, allows you to kind of just let your head down and say, you know what, I've been through a lot of these guys, you know, I may not know, but we get together, we talk, we laugh, we cry, whatever it might be, whatever zone or whatever your podcast zone is. And that's what it makes the world smaller, believe it or not, because even when I started, you start to meet people from all over the world. And I tell young kids this all the time. I said, don't be afraid to get out of the box. You're going to meet people. You're going to enjoy the conversation.
Hey, Kenny, what's up with your man, Mark Clark? Wishing you a...
My fault. I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead, Chief.
Y'all running promos and shit? What the
I didn't mean to do that.
What is this? This BET?
Hey, I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead, finish your thought.
But I mean, it allows you to meet people from around the world, and without it, you might not have been able to, meet people, and then you never know what might lead to that. Business ventures may come about. So it's always a great thing. I'm glad you went through with it, and had some great times on here. We probably can nitpick and go through some of the funniest times, some of the most heated debates, and it's a really cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I invited Mark, to come on. And
why is he staring at us?
Before you play that, Kenny, let me say something real quick.
Mhm.
So, you to speak to your procrastination, bro, the one thing in my 50 plus years that I've come to realize it, well, two things. The right timing is when it happens.
Right.
That's the way it's meant to be. What is, will be. So all of that, overthinking and procrastinating, that's not really you procrastinating. The timing wasn't right. It happened when it was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was the will that it happened when it happened.
I can receive that.
Yeah.
I can receive that for sure.
Amen.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I invited Mark on. I said if you can't make it, if you can send me a video, that'd be cool. So he sent me a video about an hour ago. Told me that he wasn't gonna be able to make it. So I'm gonna go ahead and run that right quick.
You say, why is he staring at?
Hey, Kenny, what's up with your man, Mark Clark? Wishing you a happy 2-year anniversary of the Sports Mix. I hope the microphone sounds okay. I got some background noise, but man, I just wanted to say, number one, I'm proud of you, man. This started off as a dream. You put it together. You've been grinding consistently, and now you have one of the finest podcasts out there, the Sports Mix. You bring on great guests. Your friends are amazing. You're amazing. And again, man, thanks for pouring into our young people. So not only do you have a great show, a great podcast, the most important thing is you're a great man. So, man, I'm glad to be your friend. Just think years ago when we see each other on social media and follow our comments, and now we boys. And so thank you for having me on the show. And I look forward to hopping on. I told you, and you were like, oh, you got to get on and talk about that. I told you that in some ways I'm a bigger Colorado Buffs fan than a Ravens fan. What? Dun, dun, dun. I can't wait to come on and talk about it. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight, but and hang out. But I want to, at the very least, wish you a amazing second anniversary. Man, keep growing this channel. Keep growing your show. And I think you got a good thing going, brother. I look forward to hopping on soon. Again, everybody in the audience, this man is the truth. And I want to thank you, Kenny, for being my friend. All right, y'all have a great show, and I'll join you soon. All right, peace.
Peace.
That's all right, man.
So that was Mark Clark. Now I gotta figure out how to get him up off of here.
Yeah, how much you paying for that promo? I just kidding.
Now I gotta learn. I gotta figure out how to get him off the screen.
He do a 2 for 2 special. Can I get one? Or...
You need to do a montage of all the cheese and dope. One liner after one liner.
Does that mean Obama's on the lineup, man?
Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Glenny, have you caught CB going in on Obama yet? You ain't caught it yet, Glenny?
Nah.
I'm gonna have to send you a clip.
It's classic.
Yeah, classic. Classic. I wish I could have got it on tonight. I tried. I didn't have enough time to get it right for the night, but
I'm glad.
classic.
That's ridiculous. Disrespect.
I'm sorry, Cheese.
Unbelievable.
We still boys,
Oh
though.
man.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt.
Yeah, it's all good. So that I appreciate that, man. We didn't got the anniversary part out the way. So go ahead and get into the flow a little bit. So right off the break, y'all know I'm a Georgetown guy. I'm a Georgetown men's basketball guy, but I follow a lot of the Georgetown, a lot of their social media stuff, and I just saw today that the ladies basketball coach passed away. Miss
The current
Tasha.
coach.
Yep. She
Oh,
just
wow.
got the job in April.
Wow.
Yeah, she just got the job in April. 42 years old, I think.
Damn.
And they said she was battling with breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah, she just got the job in April. So she probably just started practice a couple weeks ago. And she passed away, they said, I think last night. So I just wanted to send condolences out to her and her family, man. That's a tough loss, for the basketball community. And she had hopes of really putting that program on the map, that ladies program at Georgetown on the map and doing some big things. I think she had coached previously at Georgia Tech as an assistant, and I think with LSU, if I'm not mistaken. And she played in the WNBA too, from what I understand. So I just want to send my condolences out to Tasha Butts in the Georgetown women's basketball program. So
God bless them, man.
Yeah, definitely tough. She's young, man, 41.
Yeah,
41 years old, man, and tough. So should I start with this? Should I start with this, man? Let's go. Let's get it. I'm gonna bring this up, and I kind of prepped a couple of y'all already know what it's gonna be. So, oh God, this is everybody's favorite.
Oh shit!
Hey, I gotta get the volume. Wait a minute. Where's the volume? All right.
Doing everything to pad the stats of his son. Doing everything to try to get his son in the Heisman race and at the top of the NFL draft board. And there's no one Deion is unwilling to exploit to make that happen, starting with Travis Hunter. Are you watching what's going on with Travis Hunter? Guy misses 3 games with a lacerated kidney, comes back against Stanford and plays like nearly 140 snaps or something crazy, played him both ways. And then in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, the dude was so gassed, he got ate up as a defensive back. Why?
Let me play that back so we can get the beginning. I want to get the full.
This whole thing is out the door. His son. This is a peewee football coach doing everything to pad the stats of his son, doing everything to try to get his son in the Heisman race and at the top of the NFL draft board. And there's no one Deion is unwilling to exploit to make that happen, starting with Travis Hunter. Are you watching what's going on with Travis Hunter? Guy misses 3 games with a lacerated kidney, comes back against Stanford and plays like nearly 140 snaps or something crazy, played him both ways. And then in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, the dude was so gassed, he got ate up as a defensive back. Why?
Who won first?
Yikes.
Let me go first. Can I go first?
Yeah,
Yep.
go ahead.
All right, so that whole first part, man, we know that's not true. Just looking at what the man has done in the two places he's been, like you just hating at that point. However, when I saw the game, I do agree that if I were the coach, I would not have played Travis Hunter both ways. Coming back from an injury and, just not practicing and, losing those weeks of conditioning, I would have, made a decision one way or another to play him one way. And I mean, so on the defensive side, we know that we know as a whole that team is not, up to they don't have the caliber of players that most of the big teams that they've played thus far. So any wins that they have thus far and what they're doing should be nothing but praise for Deion and that team. Like any negativity at this point is hate. Like he says, you're not hating on the team. You're not criticizing the team. All of that is purely Deion. That's backlash for Deion for his, the way he's always been and what he is.
Next. What you got, Cheese? What you got, Cheese?
Well, I have that classic saying, if you take the emotion out of the situation, in my opinion, I'm not even a Whitlock guy at all. Besides him saying that Deion is a Pee Wee league coach, everything he said was absolutely correct. You had this young kid who had a lacerated liver. So
hold on, let me stop you for 1 second. So you agree that Deion is padding the stats of his son?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I thought that at Jackson State. And here's the thing. Now let me talk about Travis Hunter first. You have a kid who had a lacerated liver. The kid wanted to play. So he sits him out a few weeks. He says, okay, you come into a game. I don't know any coach in America who would have had their kid have a lacerated liver come off and play 140 snaps. That is unreal. To me, I thought it was selfish on Deion's part because he knows Travis Hunter's a playmaker and he's a dog. He's not going to say, I don't want to play. Sometimes you got to save the kid from himself when they're getting back from injury.
I agree with that.
So you're saying to him, okay, get me back. That's my biggest playmaker. Let me get. Not only that, you target the guy 18 times on offense. I think he gets like 12 receptions. Unbelievable. What the detriment was in the fourth quarter when that big receiver for Stanford was getting wide open, and Travis Hunter had no gas left in the tank. None. You could see it. And I felt as though he said, I want to get my playmaker in the game for me to do what I can do to, number one, thinking he's going to help me win, which is totally not going to be the case. And number two, I'm going to make sure his name is getting back into the limelight like it should, because he was already being called out by other teams, which makes no sense to me. Now, you go into the Shedeur Sanders padding stats. I thought that at Jackson State. I didn't say nothing because, you see him and they're winning. But you get this kid, or they're going against people like Nebraska. He is throwing the ball 10 and 15 straight times. Now, you got that kid, Dylan Edwards or whatever his name did. He knew him since he was in the 5th grade. Great running back. You giving him the ball 3 times during the course of a game in which you're trying. Now, mind you, we can go back to any game, even TCU, the first game of the year. They automatically start throwing. I understand that. You get it. But I think sometimes he throws him so much that he throws him right out of the ball game. When you were going against Oregon, he totally abandoned the running game, but because he wanted to make that a showcase, in my opinion, for his son. Why is his sons the only two that wear Deion Sanders cleats?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just these little things and I'm not one of the biggest Deion Sanders supporters, but little things irk me. And I'm gonna go back a couple of weeks because he also brings it on himself, because he'll say, you gotta believe, you gotta believe, you gotta believe when he's winning. So when he won against that big game against TCU, his first thing in the locker room is, you believe that? Now, I brought it up before. He's talking to Ed Werder. Ed Werder was one of his biggest supporters with the Cowboys, but going back 25 years. He's asking Ed Werder, do you believe? Ed Werder says, what are you talking about? Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. said the same thing. You open yourself up to criticism, because when you say that and then when you don't win, people are going to use that ammunition against you. But then you get mad when they use the ammunition, but you use the same ammunition and saying, do we believe?
But when has Deion ever ran away from controversy?
Never.
This is who he's always been. But so why should he be any different now?
Now, that has nothing to do with him running away. It has everything to do with him and me putting his sons in the spotlight to say, look, I want to win really bad, but I want to make sure that my sons get spotlight to get to the next level. I totally agree with that. That is just how I've been thinking the last couple of years. I totally believe that.
If you are the head coach of University A and your son is legit quarterback, what you going to do? Are you going to scale it back, or are you going to let him go? I think that's a little ridiculous to say that. He only doing that because
it's not ridiculous.
He's in position.
He has more. Just look at it.
He's in a position to put his sons in position. Do we say that when we talk about these head coaches?
To the detriment of the team, though.
Do we say
the
that
scheme goes out the window?
Do we say that when these football coaches and basketball coaches and baseball and all that, they put their sons in position to get
Kenny,
jobs?
first of all, you're talking about them.
No.
We are different because you know how I am. I'll talk about anybody.
What is the difference? If you in position,
the difference is to the detriment of the team. He loses the sight of the scheme.
They winning games. What are we talking about?
No, they're not. What game? They're losing the games, the big games, and they're winning what they're supposed to win. I understand that.
What is the record? What is the record?
What is their record?
What is the record? 4-2.
No, 4-2.
Is that a winning record or is
4-2? No, see, now you're moving the goalposts.
No,
that's not what
that's
we're doing.
not moving the goalposts. I don't think so. Because in the grand scheme of things, that's what it's about, winning. And they've already won more this year than they have in the whole total season.
No, if he wins against TCU, who is a ranked team, he's telling everybody, do you believe? But then when Oregon comes out,
He's been saying that.
That's my point, Kenny. So if he's been saying that, you're gonna have to take the salt with the sugar.
And because he got his ass
because it is deemed.
We got our ass
it's deemed as hate when they don't agree with him.
Listen.
Yes, he does. He says it all the time.
Listen.
I love Deion, but the truth is the truth.
When Oregon beat their ass, the first thing he said when he got on the stage is, "We got our ass kicked."
Yes, he did.
What more can he say? Oh, well, come on, he got his ass kicked. What else can he say after that?
You are missing the point of this whole conversation. And what I'm saying is Deion has used his sons and Travis Hunter being his third son to bring them the spotlight. And I think he is to the detriment of his team. I totally believe that.
So how is the team suffering at this point? Talk to me.
The scheme, Kenny, I told you. I've said it 5 times. If you constantly throwing the ball, it's only one even against Oregon. It's no way in the world he shouldn't have settled that team down and try to get a constant drive. He threw the ball 8 straight times when they're behind 17-21-0. Get the ball going down the field first and then try to exploit the defenses.
Well,
it's incredible to me. I don't know why I'm the only one that don't see that.
In the Oregon game, though, however, a lot of those touchdowns were defensive mistakes. Now, they could not score, but Oregon scores came from penalties. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? If you take away a lot of those penalties, the game could have been a lot closer.
No, I'm going to tell you this. Neil, they had so much pressure on Shedeur Sanders. I thought that he wanted him. All he did with Shedeur Sanders in that game was drop back and try to throw the ball. Not one time did he try to offset the blitzes and the schemes they were getting to him by throwing any screens. He wanted the ball to go down the field to showcase his talent. That was bad coaching that game. There's no way in the world you shouldn't take advantage of them blitzes by throwing some screens to offset that blitz. Not one time did he do it.
Let me let the other guys get in before we go to go ahead. Dean, Glenny, and CB, y'all jump in. Take whoever, somebody.
Man, I think it's tough, man. I agree with Cheese. I think that we got to be fair and take our emotions out of it because we're inspired by Deion. We love Deion, but losing exposes those things that we're talking about now. So now that they're, lost a couple of tough games, now they're exposed. So now we're looking at the little things that's going on. I think Travis shouldn't have played as many snaps that he did. I do think that was selfish. If you leave it up to the player going to play. It's up to the coach to make the decision on that behalf. Do I think he's padding his son? I think you can look at that in multiple ways. I do think his son is one of the most talented on the field. So typically, as a coach, you're going to go to that player that's the most talented. So I'm not sure. It just so happened that it's his son. So I have mixed feelings. What's the guy name or the clip that you showed, Kenny? That's what's his name?
He's Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock.
I was watching him last night. Very controversial. I don't believe in a lot that he says. But again, now that Deion is being exposed, a lot of what he's saying is coming to fruition now. So it's making him look good, really. But I'm kind of in the middle with it. I don't think he's intentionally padding stats, but I do think he's going to the best player that he can on his team right now. And yeah, Travis, he's overplaying Travis. Travis was overexerted that game. He couldn't give but so much more. And so right now, I think it's just the same way we celebrated Deion. Yeah, we gotta criticize him now too. So let's be fair.
What you got, Dino?
Yeah, I have an issue with the way Whitlock started out with his commentary by calling him a Pee-wee coach or whatever. I agree. Mm-hmm. I mean, that right there just kind of set the tone for what he was going to do with this little commentary about Deion. Obviously, he's got some kind of hate. It almost sounds like some jealousy type hate towards Deion.
Exactly.
So I definitely got a problem with that. And I think that's the thing that kind of turned it off about that guy, Jason Witt. Deion is an open book. Deion, Neon Deion, Primetime Deion, Deion chasing that money, Deion dancing. I mean, Deion singing and rapping and all of that. That's who he is. That's who he gonna be. And he's an easy target. And he's really a polarizing figure where you got a lot of people that don't like that guy, and you got a lot of people that love him. And she said it, Glenny said it, take the emotion out of it. If you love him, put that to the side. If you hate him, put it to the side and take a look at what he's doing. And he's taken a team that was 1-11 last year.
1-11.
And lost.
Say it again. 1-11.
Lost and their losses was an average of 30 points. This is a team that lost 11 games by an average of 30 points.
This is a pee-wee football coach.
God,
doing everything to pad the stats of his son, doing everything
Sorry.
to try to get his son in the Heisman race.
Gee,
Yeah.
it's creeping.
That's a Pee Wee coach, man. That's doing this to taking a 1-11 team to 4-2 and have beat some major teams in the process. So we can argue about Travis being out on the court or out on the field too much. I think a lot of people, it may be more saying he was out there, he was coming back from his injury. I'm not even going to question Deion's decision to put the guy out there. I'm not going to question Deion on how he handled his son's quarterback in the game. They are talented. I know he's going to try to hype his sons and get them in the league, and they're part of him. But this guy, Jason Whitlock, man, he was out to get Deion, out to target him. That first statement just set the tone. And I have my thoughts about Deion. You know my thoughts. I wish he had stayed at Jackson State, but I know he's not built that way. But that's all I gotta say.
CB, what you got, brother?
Well, I mean, I told you before, when it comes to college football, I don't really watch college football, and to be honest, for the last like couple of months, it's probably been like the most of college football that I've watched. I probably watch like on New Year's Day, some of the bowl games. So a lot of the commentary regarding Deion and his coaching, I can't really. But I do have a question regarding, because it sounds like he does like the star treatment, and so how would that compare to how Deion coaches his sons versus like those star players on other college teams? And is there a difference between what Deion is doing with his sons versus the star players on those other teams? Like, that's a question that I cannot answer. What I will speak to is this dude, Jason Whitlock. And with Jason, he speaks to like certain politicians, he speaks to a particular base. And so he's not talking to a base that's like totally informed and all of that, you know. He's looking to a base that he can be able to inflame, and some of the time along racial lines, which is nothing but like striking a match to the gas. Boom, it's going to instantly blow up, and he knows that. And then speaking to his group, to his base, he is going to be sustained and maintained where he is. And so the critique that comes from us, he could give two shits about it, because we're not his base. We don't matter to him. You know, but though, because those that when he was on what was it, Outkick, it's a largely conservative commentary and base that listens to that. And what was he on before that? Wasn't Fox? I forget the was it his own show?
I believe so.
I believe so. And so you know, he caters to a conservative base with particular views when it comes to race, and he's always going to gain traction on that, you know. And as we have seen with certain politicians and other people, facts don't matter. Facts don't matter at all. All you have to do is just
yeah. So
you know, for him and what he throws out about Deion, you know, he will get like some traction in terms of the clicks, of the views, because he's racially hostile like that, and that's what and that's what his base is looking for.
Okay, so Ben Collins asked the question: has he ever not coached his son? And Keon
think so.
answered, he has always coached his son and put him in position to be in the spotlight all the time. And my whole point is, what's wrong with that? I mean, we're not talking about a kid that don't have talent. We talking about a kid that is talented. He not putting his son in position, and there's somebody on the sidelines that's better.
Right. He ain't Austin Rivers.
What are we saying? Like, what are we really saying?
You know, he ain't Austin Rivers. He's a legit quarterback.
So, I mean,
but wait a minute, we don't know that though, do we? Because all we've known
what?
is Shador. We don't know who their other quarterback is.
But
I didn't say that. I said he's
I'm
he's
just
a
saying in
legit
general.
quarterback, though.
No, I'm just
we
saying
can
in
see
general.
he's a legit quarterback, though.
Oh, he is.
Right.
But see, here's the point I'm making. I'm gonna take my emotion out of it.
Hold up, before you say that, let me interject here.
Yes,
Colorado has 3 losses.
Yeah.
To get back to where you said that the
4-3,
scheme of
I
the
think.
passing. Think about that game. Was it what was the game? Who did they play? It wasn't Oregon, USC. That second half comeback.
Fantastic.
When they almost won the game.
Fantastic.
That's their offense. I believe that's their offense. I don't believe it's
as a game
thing
planner,
because they nearly came back.
No, but as a game planner, this is my point, Lee, and you aid to my point. As a game planner, when you're going against a guy like Caleb Williams, who you know USC can put up points, the first thing you do out the gate, and in most places, most teams have a 10 to 15, 20 play script in the beginning of the game. They're going to go pie. Every single play was a pass. We all know, even when we play basketball, the first thing you do when you're going against a fast break team is try to slow them down.
Right.
Now, one time, did Deion say, you know what? Let me get the ball to this young horse I got back here. Let me slow the game down. You don't have Travis Hunter. So next thing you know, you behind 21-0 or whatever it is. You have no choice at that point. Number two, if you go back, he set the tone, and a lot of people forget this. He set the tone for criticism at the halftime of the first game. When he said, oh, if we would have got Travis on them 2 deep balls, the Heisman would have been at his crib already. So you're already saying that you know what? I'm throwing this blueprint out for my son and Travis to get the spotlight already. This is what you do. I don't know one, and Deion's different. We all know that. But as a head coach at the halftime of a first game of the season, that's something you cannot even think about. You can't think about that because you're already setting the tone of being selfish for the players that you want to get the spotlight. I don't know why people don't see that.
Every coach has their favorite players.
Yeah, but Neil, we ain't gonna say that in the middle of the first half of the first game. Nobody's gonna do that. You guys are most knowledgeable guys I know. It's no way y'all gonna do that. Y'all can't tell me y'all gonna do that. Kenny, you coached. I know you're not gonna say that nothing about no championship or no trophies or awards at the halftime of the first game. It's not gonna happen. So when you say after that game you won, you say, "Oh, do you believe?" Huh?
Let me stop. I was making a joke.
But after that first game, you say, "Oh, you believe," and the guy says, "Believe in what?" "Oh, you don't believe, you hating." How's he hating when it's just one game? I can't believe nothing. So you could have went 1-11. Yeah, I believe you're gonna lose the rest of the season.
So can I say something for a second?
Go ahead.
So I'm digging what Cheese is saying, and just me paying more attention and listening to Cheese, I'm reminded of 2 things. One, the commentary or criticism on Deion's coaching. Like, I think you have to agree, like, that's fair. Well, that agree, but like that's fair. Like how a coach like does their X's and O's and how they execute and the critique of their coaching gameplay. I think that's, to me, I'm gonna say like that's fair, whether Deion or any of the other college coaches. I mean, that's what like sports shows are born of, right? But with Deion, there's a personal edge to the criticism about him,
exactly,
and his coaching. And then there's the racial element that comes with that commentary, aside from or intermingled with the criticism of his coaching. And I think that's what separates Deion from some of these the criticism of Deion and some of these other coaches. Now, and I'm gonna say, and I don't know too much when it comes to the X's and O's in college football. But when I hear Cheese saying, that he should have threw the screen versus the blitz is coming this way, go this way and redirect, that makes sense, right? So the critique of him not making that particular play at that time, we could debate that up and down. But I think where with Whitlock and Danny Cannell, I think, and some of these other guys, it appears to be like there's this line that's being crossed now.
So all right, let me go back. All right, so first off, I want Keon, we gotta get Keon up on here too one day. Because
send him a link.
So Daddy Ball keep a lot of talented kids from coming to programs because they know they're not going to get playing time. Now, I'm not going to let that slide. That is definitely not. That is not the case. That's not the case here. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case here. And you got to give me some examples. Now I know it happens more so in youth sports when daddies are coaching their children and they putting their kids in position. I dealt with that with my daughter last summer with the softball. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one to say that my daughter is the greatest softball player. She likes to play. She doesn't love it. She likes to play, but she's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But she was treated like she had never played before. And these people she played with for years. But you know what I'm saying? It was the daddy situation. Yeah, every coach had a daughter on the team. Like 4 coaches, all of them had daughters on the team. So I get it. I get that. But when we're talking about major college football, where it's a $1 billion industry, there's money on the table in major college football. This is not, playing your best friend. This is not playing my son's friend. This is not, I'm gonna give my son a scholarship because no, sir. At this level of football, it's about winning. It's about getting wins, man. So whether we padding stats to get them awards and all that stuff, it's whatever. It's because that's what the talk is. The talk has been that when he was at Jackson State, they were saying he could have been a Heisman candidate. So it's not like he didn't have numbers before he got there. He had numbers coming in, and he was considered last year. They just didn't have I guess Jackson State just wasn't on that level. Now he's getting to do it on so-called the highest level. So yeah, so should Deion have said it? Probably not. But again, Deion Sanders is going to be Deion Sanders, whether he's at Colorado, whether he's at Jackson State, whether he's commentating for CBS, whether he's on ESPN, NFL Network, whether he's a player, baseball, football, he's going to be who he is. This is who he's always been. So why do we expect him now, because he's the head coach at Colorado, to not be who he's always been? Why do we expect him to not be who he's been? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And I'm not going to go for he's padding the stats for his, come on, man.
So you gotta see, in my opinion, I think it's 2 different issues that you mentioned. Number one, him changing who he is, which we know that's not going to happen. But if we're giving you these things or these scenarios where we think it might have happened for not only him, but his other son, as he says, Travis Hunter. For example, they up against Stanford. It's no reason for that kid to play 60, 70 snaps in the second half if they're up by that much. So now you have him one-on-one with this wide receiver who's a horse. Next thing you know, he's running out of gas. He comes to the sideline. He gets by him again. Okay, what part of this did you not see as a head coach? You want him out there because you want him to have a limelight. Deion Sanders cost Stanford that game. His team didn't. I think it was terrible coaching, and I love Deion, but that was terrible coaching.
That could be true. That could be true.
But he's not going to change who he is. I'm not saying
so,
that,
but
Kenny.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, he gonna be who he is, and he set the kid set out 3 games. So it wasn't like he lacerated his liver and then he came right back. He set out the 3 games. So they had to monitor him to see, all right, he can go. I mean, that's part of coaching. You know your guys. You know your
Kenny,
guys better
as a
than we
coach,
do.
and you know more. Kenny, Charles, CB, Neil, and Glennie. I've heard you a great athlete, and I know some of the guys you hung around with. I know Tommy and them were all great basketball players. So I know. You can't tell me that if you came back from a 3 weeks injury for lacerated kidney, you're going to say, oh, he was out 3 weeks, so he got plenty of rest. You're not putting him in that game no 140 snaps.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is they see him in a way that we don't. They watch the kid work out. It's a process. If he wasn't ready to go that week and he came back the following week and something similar happened, I mean, we're saying the same thing. So as a coach, you got an injured player. Number one, you're going to hold him out as long as you can because you want to protect the kid.
Right.
He didn't go back in that game and re-injure himself.
Right.
All we saying is he was in that game and he ran out of gas. He ran out of gas is what we say. We're not saying he went out there.
How does that happen though, Kenny? How does he run out of gas? Because he was not conditioned to be in the game after 3 weeks.
How do players get in the games?
How about easing the player in like most people do?
It happens.
I agree with that. Chief.
It happens.
I agree with that.
But again, if we're not in practice, watching the process, we don't know what the process was to get him to that point.
You got to save the player from himself sometime.
Okay.
What about the team doctor?
But all right, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm asking. It's a question.
Good point.
I hear all of that.
Okay.
We saying the kid ran out of gas.
Right.
We saying he ran out of gas.
He did.
We're not saying that he re-injured himself, that he wasn't ready to play. We say he ran out of gas.
No, Kenny, I think you're missing the point. That goes hand in hand with him running out of gas. What part you not understanding?
So no, what part are you not understanding? So how do you know that all right, he ready to do? If you're not monitoring the situation up until that point, how can you say that he's not ready yet?
But you put him on a pitch count.
You don't know until you. So maybe they should have put him on a pitch count.
Ain't no maybe, they should have.
What? But it's too late for that. So this is where we at. They didn't put him on a pitch count.
Well, that was the whole scenario.
But we saying he ran out of gas.
Right.
That's what we said. The argument is he ran out of gas.
Right.
So all right, you should have put him on a pitch count.
Right.
I've heard that argument. I didn't see the game. I saw the last overtime. I got home and caught the overtime. So I didn't see the whole game. But all right, I'll give you that. But we talking about the kid running out of gas. We're not talking about the kid. He was out 3 weeks. The kid ran out of gas. Mm-hmm. It happens.
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't just happen like that. No, it doesn't just happen. No, you gotta blame the coach.
All right, he gonna take the blame for it. But how long are we going to belittle the point?
No, because the point that we're making is because the point that we started with the scenario is Jason Whitlock was saying that to the detriment of his team, Deion has put his sons in the spotlight to get them a better shine in order for them to win certain awards and accolades. That's exactly what he did against Stanford. Because there's no way in the world that kid should supposed to play 140 games. Even when you come back, we all know this. Mm-hmm. Put that kid, say, okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. First of all, you're winning 28 or 35-0 at halftime. Ain't no way I'm putting that kid in for another 80, 70 snaps.
29-0. Definitely. Yeah. I can agree with all of that. I can agree with that.
Because hold up. Let me make this one point. Because Stanford is thinking this. He coming out for the second half? He can't be in shape. He can't be in shape after a lacerated liver after 3 weeks. We're going to go at him. And that's exactly what they did.
I agree with that, but I don't agree that it's a stat padding issue. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I got a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. So far, Deion has coached at Jackson State, and now he's at Colorado.
Right.
A coach is going to have a particular style. They're going to have their tendencies. So Mike, so and hearing you guys going back and forth, a question that I have is there a difference in Deion's coaching style, his coaching tendencies, when you look at how he coached at Jackson versus how he is now coaching at Colorado? And I'm saying that to say that, or to ask the question that I'm not asking is what we are seeing with him at Colorado. Did we see this at Jackson? Should this be a surprise or not? Did he tend to do what he's doing with his players or with his sons or in particular, a player in particular? Did he happen to show these tendencies while he was at Jackson State? The play calling, being down and going for it instead of, taking a more methodical approach. You just going for the home run there, metaphorically. But so that's my question.
I don't see the difference. He coaching it up.
Okay.
The way that he coach it.
Okay.
And you got to coach the players you have. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is what they do. You got to coach what you got.
Right.
So we know, all right, so Dean made the point, you talking about a Colorado team last year that won one game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they lost every 11 games by an average of 30-some points. Right?
Okay.
So Deion came in. This is year one, mind you. This is year one.
Mm-hmm.
He come in, damn near overhauled the whole roster, like 80-some new players in 1 year, right? In 2 weeks, he doubled the win total from year one to the next, right?
Facts.
Well, from last year to this year. So he got 2 wins out the break. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they say that, what is the record? 4-3?
4-3.
Yeah, 4-3.
I mean, he already winning. He's already ahead of the game because you got people. Nobody expected them to win this many games. The experts, right? So Keon asks, how many top quarterbacks is lining up to go play for him right now, right? I seen the so-called number one high school prospect went out there on a recruiting trip, quarterback. People want to play for Deion. You know what I'm saying? People want to play for him. So it's not like it should do it. I mean, college don't last forever. So
I think the number 4 quarterback too.
So kids want to go out there, top quarterbacks. They want to go play for this guy. But my thing is this, right, with Deion. I'm not sure how much longer he'll stay in college after his son's out of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that he's going. I don't know.
You answer my question.
I don't know if he's going to be a college coach once his sons are gone.
He ain't going to stay long. He just want to see them shine. That's what I've been saying.
But I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I do.
I don't have no problem with that because if I'm a coach and I got a son that's got the ability, you goddamn right. I'm gonna showcase him.
See, now you're making my point. I did all this for nothing.
So what are you saying though? Like, what is wrong with that?
Hold on, can I interject here before y'all get heated again?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. So first of all, I want to tell people first. I love Kenny. We like brothers, so we just gonna do this. We just gonna do this.
We for life.
Brooks's point, he said, is there any difference in Deion's coaching style from Jackson State to now? And from the games that I saw at Jackson State, the style is the exact same. Like you say, his tendencies are to go for the sensational plays. You know what I mean? To go big plays instead of playing smart. You know, very rarely did he manage the clock. You know what I'm saying? The difference was, though, with Jackson State, that team was the best team in that league. He had the cream of the crop players for the league that he was in. Now,
and he had a good coaching staff too.
Exactly. And like Kenny said, now he had to rehaul a whole team. And like you can look at the game and see that the offensive line is small. You know what I'm saying?
They get pushed.
Right.
They get pushed off the line.
So to illustrate Kenny's point, he's coaching to the best of his ability but he's still using the style that he came in coaching with. But it's just against the with the talent that he has, but against much better players. And he's like 4-3 from a team that went 1-11 is already a big difference. And so when I hear some of the criticisms, stuff like even before the games, like when the coach said, I take my glasses off and my hat off when I talk to people. That has nothing to do with the football team. That has nothing to do with his coaching style.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? When I hear another coach that was the Stanford coach that said, why does he have a sunglass line? None of that has to do with his coaching style. That's all personal attacks. So this guy calling him a peewee, that's definitely hate.
Yeah,
now you can analyze the game.
Yeah.
Right.
But all of those off the cuff comments that have nothing to do with football, have nothing to do with, Travis Hunter, have nothing to do with his son. That's definitely hate. We know it. It's no way around it. I was listening to a podcast when he had somebody call in, and the caller, it was Midwest, Nebraska or somewhere. And a white caller called in and said, why does he have to talk and prance around it like he does? The host was a black guy. He said, so what are you really mad about? He said, are you mad because he's a black guy doing it on the level that y'all never expected? The white guy, funny as can be, said yes. He said, I'm gonna just be honest, as a white middle class guy, we are intimidated because we feel that but meaning y'all, us as black people are now taking over the last things that they had to hold on to: coaching, general management, and eventually ownership. So it's hate. Now, this is a black guy saying it, but like Brooks said, he's not really, he's black, but he caters to that base of those people from that Midwestern town that caller called into.
We ain't got to worry about it because once his son's gone, Deion's leaving.
So let me Glenny is our resident college football player. So Glenny, let me 18-year-old Glenny Moore. You are a stud receiver over there at Mervo. You got everybody, all the big boys knocking at your door. Coach Prime come calling. Is what they doing out there in Colorado exciting to a young Glenny Moore? Would you want to take that trip? Would you consider going out there to play for Coach Prime?
I like it, Glenny. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Why you put me on the spot, Kenny?
I like it, Glenny.
You the expert, Glenny Moore.
Glenny,
you the expert.
Before you answer, I don't want you to let Kenny and Brooks and deceive you.
Is Kenny bullying me? Is he bullying me?
I think he's trying to bully. I'm not saying.
Hey,
but Glenny, I know where his fabric is from, so I know Glenny ain't gonna be bullied. So
you're the only one on the line that's been recruited as a football player. So you know what I'm saying. I just let me get you in on this. Let me ask you the question. So what's your thoughts there?
That's a good question, man. Because that's a great question. A few weeks ago, Kenny, we talked about Deion, on this level now and what he's doing. And I knew that it would have its peaks and its valleys, which we experience in the valleys now. And now that it's at its valleys and is exposing a few things, I'm not sure. I'm sure there are going to be many kids that want to go play for him, but I do believe it's going to be some that don't want to play for him for some of the same reasons. So I'm still in the middle there. Now, I love the whole idea of being confident. I love the whole idea of, I love what he's doing, man. I love what he's doing. I would love to play for Deion Sanders. But you got to play at his level. If you're not going to play at his level, you clearly see that you wouldn't fit in his program. So I think the question would be, Kenny, am I cut from the same fabric as he is? That's what's the question. The player's going to have to question themselves and look in the mirror. Can I play under that type of leadership?
Wow.
Rather than me saying, y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good question.
Yeah. That's a good question that you can ask any athlete. Would they want to be under that type of leadership? His style. Would you want to play under that?
Also, that scrutiny, because with playing under Dion, you're going to be scrutinized more so probably than any other coach in college football.
Hey, look, his son running and doing the watch thing, right? So now that they're losing, you got every opponent now, and after the game, they running up doing the same thing he doing.
Yeah.
So it's both ways.
They come with
Both
it.
ways.
They come with it. You know what I'm saying? If you talking, you gotta be able to take it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's come with it. It's just like if I'm running for 120 every game, you gotta be able to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, I'm gonna do my little shuffle when I get to the. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We gonna do what we do till you stop it, and then you stop it. We're gonna be like Chris Tucker. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet when he leave, but when he leave, we'll be talking again. You know what I'm saying? So it's all part of it, man. You know, the trash talk and all of the all of that. I'm all with that. I'm with all of that.
Hey Ken,
Yeah.
I wanted to make a point. Neil had said something, and he was making he made a point that got me thinking a little bit. And so we're looking at Dion and the his coaching record at Colorado being at 4-3 compared to where they were last year. And in this context, it's like there's a camp that looks at that improvement from 1-11, and now they 4-3, and they're looking at the vast difference in culture and winning and what Dion is bringing to the Colorado, and it's almost as if like that accomplishment in and of itself should shield him in some way from criticism, even of his coaching, because of where he's been able to take Colorado. And what I thought about was the Jets. And I thought about when Aaron Rodgers went down. And a lot of the commentary was about, when you're gonna get another quarterback, and everybody saw the commentary going back and forth. And I remember I was watching it the day after. I was talking to my son. I said, dude is gonna have to coach now. And your plan A went down. Now you got to go with plan B. And so now you really got to coach now. And you really got to get down with your X's and O's. And for Zach, you got to uncomplicate the playbook for him. You got to make things easier for him. And there's a sense of coaching along with Zach, but then there's some coaching that has to be revised, so to speak. And so I'm just like looking at the two with Dion. From game to game to game, there's going to be a greater spotlight on his coaching, whether the accomplishment that he made or going forward, and just whether that commentary is legit or hating. But he's going to get that spotlight.
But that come with the job,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Alabama was on top for the last 10 years or so, and they lose a couple games, and people were tearing their ass up. You know what I'm saying? They lost one game this year, right? Alabama, and you think the world came to an end? Right. They out of contention because when you so-called on the top, when you on that pedestal, man, people cannot wait to knock you off it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We went through the whole off season here you know, we talked about Lamar Jackson, his contract, and he finally got the contract. And you know, as people laying in the cut, they waiting for this kid to have a terrible game to jump out with the "I told you so's, I told you so's, I told you so's." This part of it. This comes with the territory of sports. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people, Floyd Mayweather. You know, I know, Cheese, that's your favorite boxer ever. You know what I'm saying? And but it's people that will pay to see this dude lose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just comes with
Right.
it, man. So
Right.
you know, criticism of his coaching, man, that's just part of the deal. You know, you're
Right.
gonna get criticized whether you're winning. A lot of people rather see him losing. You know what I'm saying? So they lose to Oregon. See, I told you. You know what I'm saying? They lose the other two games. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we don't. So the fact that he took a team that was 1-11, and what you say, Dean, they lost by an average of 30-something points,
Damn.
and they already got 4 wins this year.
Y'all sticking to this. That's what y'all gonna do.
That's the facts. That's the facts. We can't run from the facts. Or are we doing the fake news?
No, I'm
fake
here.
news?
No. I'm hearing what y'all saying. I'm just listening to what y'all not saying.
What-
And what
what-
it is, here's the thing.
What are we not saying? What are we not saying? Help me understand.
It's
what I'm
not
saying.
how it's not him winning, it's how he's losing.
Ooh.
So you saying we coming,
Biggie.
so you going to Oregon
Mm-hmm.
and you say, okay, we coming, Oregon, we coming.
Mm-hmm.
All your team cussing out the coaches, telling me I beat y'all effing ass before the game. Y'all stomping on the O in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Then you talking about you holding up Rolexes to the fans. Then the safety, his son, cussing out 2 of the black coaches on Oregon, saying, "Oh, I fuck you and your coaches up." So you telling me you done already stated your claim that you're gonna come in here and clean house. So when it doesn't happen and you get ridiculed for it, then it's a see. This is the thing I don't like, and this is why I'm so glad you have a show. Growing up, if we talk trash, if we didn't, we had a beef with a player. It wasn't nothing about hating. It was the sport, and it was the vigor of the competition. Now you say something you deemed as being a hater. I'm not cut from that mob. I don't know where that comes from because we used to talk trash all the time.
Right.
So I don't get it. But so if you it was also okay, you're gonna talk this trash, you're gonna back it up. If not, you're gonna hear it and you're gonna keep hearing it. Deion has laid this egg. So when these eggs start getting broken, there ain't nobody fault with it. He gonna have to just keep winning.
So,
But that's fair.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
That's not hating.
Again, though, hating becomes when it's the off the cuff comments.
Yeah,
Trash
I
talk
agree with
limited
that.
to his coaching style,
Correct.
his play selection. All of that is criticism.
Yeah.
Anything off the cuff of that is hate.
So what am I not missing? What am I missing then? If it's just the comments that's hate, we started off, we talking about Whitlock and the hate. The criticism going to come. I have no problem with criticism. But again, I mean, hate to me is a word, we throw that around way too much.
I agree.
Way too much. People hate, we throw it around way too much because people say somebody hating on them that's not even relevant. You know what I'm saying? Or what they hating on is not even relevant. So we use hating way, way too much. You know what I'm saying? And Deion is not above reproach in anything. But what I'm saying is, he gonna be who he's been every step of the way. He's not going to change who he is. And if they lose to Oregon by 30 points, he's going to be who he's been. And like I said, when they lost that game, the very first thing he said on the press conference is, we got our asses kicked.
I agree.
So, I mean.
But the thing is with Whitlock, though.
Whitlock is an ass.
Whitlock, he went particularly in. I mean,
he's an ass.
When you look at some of the negative commentary around Deion, and I haven't seen all of them, but just from what I have seen,
it's a lot of it out there.
Whitlock's, his is special. His is like right there, you know. And I think that's what's sparking, whatever controversy.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, Whitlock is an ass. I'm gonna leave it at that. He's an ass. I'm not a fan. I've never liked him. You know what I'm saying? Of course,
Because
everybody.
you got other haters that look at what Whitland said and be like, damn.
Yeah, he gonna give them credit to say what they want to say. It's whatever. So, any closing thoughts on that before I push it to the next thing?
I got one quick question for Cheese. If it was any other coach besides Dion, went to Colorado and had a 4-3 record, at this point, do you think the criticism would be the same?
Nah, I don't think it'd be the same. Number one, you'd be a fool to not see the amount of money generated, the amount of influence,
I'm glad you said the money. I wanted to emphasize that too. But
yeah, I mean, he's done great things. Don't get me wrong. But my point is, you going 4-3, which he's done a good job. But every time somebody says something to him, or you start this train rolling by saying, okay, do you believe? You're a hater. This is his words, not mine. So when people say that kind of stuff, or when you throwing, like Glenn, you say, you throwing up the Rolexes, and then when it's being pushed back on you, that's just how it's gonna be. Nobody's hating. I'm just stating, if I take the emotion out of it, I gotta say, look, I think that the man puts too much spotlight on his sons and Travis Hunter to allow them to get to shine at University of Colorado. There's no way he cost him that game. I'm gonna say it again, at Stanford, and he was not prepared at Oregon. Totally. I think that's fair criticism.
So, quick follow-up question. I see you wanted to say something. What would he have to do? What would the record have to be before the criticism of his coaching stops, for him to get a positive recognition for having a winning record and turning that program around?
Yeah, that question has some weight on it, man.
He had to win. He had to win the national championship.
He do what he doing now. I mean, he winning. I mean, don't get me wrong, but he finished this year 7-5. That's quite a season for them.
All right. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Sorry, man.
Hold up, Dean. I want to hear what Dean. What you had to say.
I mean,
let Dean.
I just say that, if we can take the emotion out of the equation,
say it, Dean,
and look at things for what they are, I accept criticism of Dion's coaching. I mean, Dion is a two-way player himself. So he has Travis Hunter playing both ways. Did he play him too much? I don't know. I didn't see the game, but I can understand criticism of that. But what I'm looking at is Dion, because all of this kind of stuff is really just superficial. It's all superficial talk about Dion's personality, how he handling things, him being braggadocious, and Jason Whitlock coming at him, people who hating on him coming at him, and all this kind of stuff. But if we can just peel away all of that superficial talk, the man has gone to Colorado and has taken a 1-11 program and flipped them around to now with a 4-3 record. They done already won 3 more games than they won all last year, losing by 30 points a game. And the ceiling for this program is like up into the stratosphere of what he's doing. I saw where the 4th ranked college quarterback is I don't know if he signed with them already or about to sign. He's bringing in guys. He's done this in 1 year, and he ain't got no bigs. He ain't got no defensive line. He ain't got no offensive line. The sky's the limit for this dude Deion is polarizing. He craves attention, and he gonna get attention as long as he keep doing the things that he's doing. And I can't wait to see what Colorado looks like in 2 years.
He ain't gonna be there.
You might be right. You might be right. He's gonna always follow the money.
Now, I'm gonna say this, and we moving on. Cheese, you said that he was totally unprepared against Oregon. Oregon is not Sisters of the Poor. You know what I'm saying? Oregon was like top 5, top 10 when they played. So, I mean,
what does that mean?
To say that they was unprepared, I mean that's taking some credit away from Oregon in my book.
I think Deion and them got a little excited when they beat TCU for that.
And they should have. And they should have.
I mean, if you choose to use that excuse, but
I ain't making no excuses. I don't do excuses. I don't do excuses. I'm moving on though.
Oh, you gonna do us like that?
Yeah. I'm moving on. We be all day.
Here's Massey.
Here we go.
Rocketing down the lane, handing over.
Oh my goodness.
Jack hammers it in.
Wemby.
He's showing us everything. With the left hand. For the right-handed.
With Charles Oakley when you need him. Fold him right in the stomach.
So what's y'all thoughts on the big youngster?
Man.
First off, what's his name? Victor, say the last name. Somebody say it. I'll be struggling with that.
Wemby.
Wembyano.
I just call him Wemby.
They played Golden State, I think, last Friday or Thursday, and I didn't see the game, but I saw a video clip, and I think Curry tried to throw like a 3-pointer. It was like around like a logo area, and Wemby was like, he was back, man. Took one step, another reach, man, and blocked that shit. And oh man, I know Curry was like, oh shit, man, this is a new day, man. I can't get away with this shit now, man. Because he probably thought that he had like a legitimate shot, man, you know, and for him to come up that way and to block that shot, not tonight.
No.
And then after he blocked the shot, like he kind of like hovered over Curry, you know, and Curry's kind of like hovering down, man. You know, it was a sight, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
if Harden was smart, man, he'd go to San Antonio, man. But Popovich was like, nah, we don't want you.
No, hell no.
We don't need you, man.
James Harden about to be in China somewhere playing.
I don't think they want his ass.
Man. They'll take him. They'll sell some tickets. He go over there and sell some tickets. Go over there and get a bag, whatever. So. You know, this kid, man, been hearing about him for the last 2.5, 3 years, I guess, from France. You know, we've been hearing he was coming. He coming. and now he here. You know what I'm saying? He here now. So, you know, we heard all of the, you know, he had the little, I guess in the summer league, he looked a little light in the ass, you know. He ain't show real well. The one game that they played him, they shut him down, of course. So you know, so all of the experts, you know, saying what they think he's going to be, what he's not going to be, you know. So now he's getting a little film, you know, he's making some highlights, you know. So now the people starting to get a look at him, and I've seen a few opinions change just in the last couple of weeks. You know, have y'all guys had other than the highlights? I mean, have you had an extended look at him, or just have you seen the highlights and kind of what y'all think so far?
He's going to be different, man. And I look at him. So when Giannis came into the league, he had like a similar frame, whereas he, you know, was slim and kind of had to, you know, build himself up. And you know, of course, he's a great player. And I just can't imagine when Wemby starts to fill out, because he has like a skill set now. For a big man, the skill set that he has now, man, and it can only you want to hope that he's going to improve. And yeah. So just for the little games that I've seen, like Summer League and such and highlights, I think he real. We'll see though.
Yeah.
Game changer, offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
I see Kevin Durant in him. I see Giannis. I see a lot of those, a lot of what they bring to the table.
That's right.
I think he's gonna change the game. He's gonna change the game. Like, I saw that too when the guy shot a jumper, almost a 3-pointer, and he was almost in the box, and he still almost blocked his shot. That was amazing to me. Yeah, game changer, man. He's setting a whole nother generation now.
So
and you made a good point. I forgot about like Durant. Like, yeah.
But I think we'll get lost sometime. Like, so this kid, what, 7'4", and we're talking about he got Kevin Durant type skills, and I think, man, we'll get lost a lot of times, especially with younger people, is that we don't understand evolution. You know what I'm saying? Because younger guys are quick to say guys from a time before couldn't play now. You know what I'm saying? But what you're seeing is, the game, like we from the Jordan era. So we saw the Jordans, the Magics, the Dr. J's. We kind of saw those guys, and we saw the game go from what it was in the 80s, 70s and 80s to the 90s to the 2000s. We saw the game evolve that way. You know what I'm saying? So we have the players we have now because of the guys that came before them. So we all from an era. If you were 6'4", 6'5" or better, especially in Baltimore, you was playing in the hole. You was a center. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got this kid is 7'4" with guard skills. And I saw a little clip, man, where he hit somebody with a boom boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was unheard of a few years ago. You get that ball, get it out, and you run down on the block and you look for, you know what I'm saying? That's dead. That's over with. And so, I mean, damn.
He's a good passer too.
He can pass. I mean, he got a complete game. Like,
he has all the skill set.
I've just seen highlights. So I haven't seen a game yet. I haven't been able to sit down and watch a game. But NBA season start next week.
But look what you said though, Kenny. I'm for the last few years, I've been watching the NBA close to playoff time. I have no interest otherwise. With him, with the Joker, what the Bucks did, what the Celtics did.
Yes.
I'm going to be watching the NBA this year. What Phoenix did.
Yes.
I'm watching the NBA this year.
Yeah. And me and Dean talked about it last night. I like what Boston did. I like the moves Boston made. I like the moves Milwaukee made.
So, Kenny, before I go, can I hear your take on that real quick? So, who you think made the better move? You like Boston better than the Bucks, or what? Which one you leaning to?
I like Boston better.
Wow.
Because
I
think
too.
Even though they gave up the big kid Williams, is that his name? And I liked him coming off the bench because he always gave him some energy, blocking shots and rebounding.
He was getting injured.
I liked him. I like what he brought. I just Boston. The one thing Boston never really had was a legit point guard.
That's true.
That was the one thing they never had, and it was the criticism, with having my guy. God damn, I'm blinking.
Marcus Smart.
Smart. Having Smart as your primary point guard.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It hurt them in critical situations.
So you don't think Malcolm Brogdon was a legitimate point guard?
No.
No.
Not in crunch time now.
He's a bench dude.
Well, Holiday, Yeah, Holiday is legit, and he's a champion. He won a
That's
championship.
funny. I don't think he's a legitimate point guard. I think he's a 2 guard.
Who, Holiday?
Yeah.
No, Holiday can run the
He
show.
played, yeah.
He
And
can
he
run the
played
show.
that D too. He
Yeah,
played
he-
defense.
Now, so they're not gonna lose on the defense because we know Smart was locked down and play good
Right.
D.
Right.
So he'll give you some D, but I think he'll manage the team better, especially down in crunch time. You know, when you need to get in the half court and slow stuff down and get a bucket. I like Holiday better. So,
But you know what, Glennie and Ken,
Mhm.
with Boston, and I hear y'all talking about the guard,
Mhm.
but you can't forget
Porzingis.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
If
Yeah.
he can stay away from being injured,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
that can because we know what we're going to get from the guard.
Yeah.
I'm missing his name right now. Drew Holiday.
Holiday, yeah.
Right.
We know what we're going to get from him.
Mhm.
With KP, we know what we could get if he can stay healthy.
Mhm.
If he stays healthy, Boston, and I've seen a couple of games.
Yeah.
And I've seen when they blew out the Knicks last week, man. You still got Tatum
Yeah.
and Brown.
Yeah. True.
Oh my gosh, man. They're tough.
Oh, one more thing. I gotta go, fellas. One more thing for y'all. So the teams we talk about now, are they better than Denver? Because we can't forget Denver, the champs. Are they better than Denver? I just need to know yes or no.
I think Boston falls short with Porzingis
Wow.
against Denver.
Okay. Wow.
I think, Drew Holiday, he brings something to the table, but I feel like Porzingis against the Joker, that's where the edge goes to Denver. I'm not a believer in Tatum.
But I think what hurt Boston in the finals, last year was their youth. Their youth, they're not having a leader, a point guard that can settle stuff down. Because you got Tatum and you got Brown trying to do everything on their own. You know what I'm saying? I think they're the type players work better when they got somebody that can facilitate to them or put them in position. You know what I'm saying? So if they was the running back this year, I think we'll go 7. I don't think, you know what I mean?
Against
Denver got them
Miami?
up out of there. Huh?
Against Miami, they didn't go to the finals last year.
Yeah. But that's what hurt them. I think that's what hurt them was not having a point guard, not having somebody to calm them two guys down from having to do everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just my point on that. That's just my view on that.
Tatum came out and said he was injured with the shoulder injury, though. But in my opinion, he got missing some games. That's why I say I'm not a believer.
I don't hear nothing about no injuries now.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying he said that. But what I'm saying is
he should have said
missing
that.
some
I
games.
don't hear that shit now. They lost. This is whatever. Now we on to the next. Ain't no excuses, man. You hurt. You should have sat down there. Don't come out there after you got bumped off. Talking about, oh man, I'm sure. Nah, sit down. I don't hear that. Y'all lost. Glennie, I appreciate you, brother.
Okay,
all right, Glennie. Peace out.
Hey, congratulations, Kenny.
Appreciate you, bro.
Find another hoodie, man. Find another hoodie.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Cop is strong. My God. Yeah. So the young fella, Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, him.
Webby.
That guy. I mean, I think, man, because I hate, when we, I hate that hype because we've been hearing about this kid for 2 years. He coming. Now he's here. It's showtime now. You know what I'm saying? And so far, from what I've seen, he looked like he got the goods. He looked like he can deliver on the promise. It's tough because it's almost, what I guess it's been 20-some years now, when LeBron was coming and we heard about he was this and he was that and he delivered, You know, he delivered on the promise, but that's a lot of pressure on the kid. And this kid is coming from another country, so not only do he got the NBA pressure, he got the whole France on his back. You know, he carrying the whole weight of a whole other country, as well as the NBA. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what his makeup is, what kind of kid he is, like as far as handling pressure and stuff like that. But, you know, with all of the hype, you know, he got to deliver. And so far, you know, so good. I mean, I think from what I've seen, I'm expecting him to be, you know, somebody we're hearing about, barring injury. You know, barring injuries, I'm expecting him to be somebody we'll hear about for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with that. I did get a chance to see him play. The only time I saw him play was the other night. They played Golden State in a preseason game. Mm-hmm. I might have saw some clips of him before, but I saw a couple of quarters of that game, and I was thoroughly impressed with that guy, man. I mean, I left that game knowing that this guy is must-see TV. I mean, I was seeing him crossing guys up, step back, knocking down the jumper. I mean, protecting that rim, man. I mean, he is a shot blocker, man. I mean, this guy, I mean, when you look at the progression of the NBA, he's the next guy.
Damn, Keon.
Keon, funny.
What did he say?
He said he Taco Jr. Just wait till the season get rolling.
Okay.
Damn. Not Taco.
Though. Right.
Come on, Keon, man. God damn, Taco.
Damn.
I mean, the only comparison is the height.
I heard somebody say he was Bol 2.0.
That little glimpse I saw, man. And it's only a small piece, but damn, I was impressed, man.
Yeah.
And I left that game saying, I'm gonna watch this guy. I'm gonna watch this guy. And then when you think about the progression and LeBron James, you know, winding down. I mean, we've already seen the best of KD. I mean, Greek Giannis is still tough but this guy, man, I'm saying, man, he seems like it's just such a small little piece I've seen, but he seemed like he can be next. Yeah. He can be that next guy, and not only to the NBA, I mean to Europe. I mean, the guys from Europe, man, he's already a sensation over there in Europe. So you talking about being able to raise the NBA on a couple of continents, man. And man, I was just really impressed with what I saw, man, on both ends of the floor. He moves well. He's extremely coordinated, and yeah, he's thin, but that's a natural. That's how guys are, man. They come up thin. And I remember Jordan, when he saw LeBron play, his only thing that he said that people may take as a negative is that LeBron was already filled out when he saw him as an 18-year-old. And he thought that there was really not a whole lot more room for him to grow, where most ball players come in and they're a little bit on the thin side and then they grow into their bodies. This kid, man, I was thoroughly impressed, man. Right now, for me, he's must-see TV.
Yeah. And I mean, I agree with Keon saying, you know, taller players, they don't, you know, especially somebody 7'4". That's you know, with his body size. I mean, you think of Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson was the 7'2", 7'3", thin a guy that had injuries really derailed his pro career.
You got to watch his feet.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the
feet and knees.
Bill Cartwright.
Yeah.
Even Bill Walton.
Yeah. Shit.
There's another player that I'm thinking about that. The big dude that used to play for Houston, Yao.
Yao was what, 7'5"?
Yeah.
Hold up.
He had problems with his feet.
First of all, don't ever mention Bill Walton as a in the league. in the league. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
So
I fucked up.
Oh,
there.
hey, CB, this your Obama moment.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I fucked up there.
This is your Obama moment, CB.
Yeah. I dig it.
so
Full circle.
like Keon said, man, taller guys don't last. And I don't think I think it relates to something Dean said, man. It's your genes. Some guys put on weight naturally and naturally grow into their body, get bigger and stronger. Look at Giannis. Like he came in skinny, but he grew and he got bigger. We look at Porzingis. Porzingis is still damn near the same size that he came in the league at.
Right.
And I think it boils down to your genes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well, you know what? You make a point
yeah,
there.
If you're naturally put on natural weight and natural strength, I think you last longer.
Look at Durant.
Right, that's what I was about to say, because I can only name 3 that have stood the test of time: Durant,
Kareem,
Giannis, and Dirk. But we can name hundreds of them. Sean Bradley, Porzingis, he's still on the list. You know what I'm saying? That were tall. Manute Bol, you know, Bol is still skinny. Taco, they still skinny dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it all the question mark is how he puts on weight, how he strengthens himself, and if he has good genes to stay injury prone. And you know, but if he can grow naturally and become stronger he already has the skills. Right. So that's only going to improve if he stays healthy and he's able to, you know,
ice cream and spaghetti for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right. Calcium for bones, you know, magnesium, keep his bones strong and healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
Then he's gonna be doing.
But you make a good point there.
Then he's gonna have an endorsement for high blood pressure and diabetes and shit.
That's okay. He'll have his I think his paychecks will cover it. I think his health insurance
he'll get
is
the best medical treatment money can buy.
I think he good there. I think he good in that respect.
He's extremely fluid in his movement and he kind of glides across the floor. But again, it's a good point. I mean, Kareem lasted for a long time, and you know he never bulked up, and he's one of the very few. So it is a few that has done it, but there's a lot more who haven't done it.
Right.
And, so that's going to be everybody got to keep their eye on him for that. But he's very fluid, man, and he looks like he's extremely coordinated. Man, I'm telling you, I was really impressed with him. And if he can stay healthy, and if he does have that right makeup where he can grow gradually into his body, he could be a force to be reckoned with for quite some time on both ends of the floor.
I think the best thing that he has going for him is he's playing in this era where there is no true center that can stay in the lane and beat him up and bang on him.
See, now that was a point that I was going to make, because what I haven't seen yet in the little bit that I've seen is because players are going to be physical with him, and in the time being, he is going to have to respond to that physicality. The question is, can he? So when Dean talks about him being fluid and him going through the lane, he's going to catch a truck. He's going to catch one, you know? And so, you know, can he, and he's going to get it all game long, you know, and they're not going to get called, you know, for the whole 48 minutes.
Right.
You know, so he is going to have to play through that physicality. And the question is going to be, because he has the skill set, can he play through that physicality? And you know, him being down in the paint, him going through the lane. If he plays on the outside, yeah, that's going to shield him from the physicality. But once he starts like coming through in the paint, and because he's gonna have to come in the paint,
right?
You know, and you know, him going up against Giannis. You know, Giannis is gonna be looking at him like the best Greek barbecue chicken ever, man. You know, he's gonna be looking to eat that ass up, man. You know,
Right. But
that's
that's
gonna
the
be
other
like a
thing.
true
Like,
French fry for him.
yeah, even on defense, they gonna go at him offensively in the paint and body him,
Right.
and you know what I mean, throw elbows and
Right.
hook him and whatever, and he gonna have to
Right.
respond to that as well.
Right. But he has shown what I've there was a couple of plays where I've seen where there was a smaller guy on him. He lost him, he went by, but Wemby, he got that wingspan. And so you get by, he could just reach out, boop, and so he could still block the ball, block his shot, or block the pass. So even if you get by him, you really didn't get by him because he has that step and he has that reach.
Yeah.
So,
but I think of the players 7'2" and above, he clearly the most skilled ever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen a guy this big, this skilled. You know, so I think that play in his favor.
We forgetting about the guy Chet though out there in Oklahoma. Wasn't he all the rage last year?
How tall is he?
He's 7'2", 7'1", something like that.
Who?
Chet Holmgren. And he coming off a major injury. You know what I'm saying? He already had he missed his whole rookie year through a major injury. So, you know, I haven't even heard nobody talking about him yet. So what's he doing so far in preseason?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But I think all of the questions
he plays for OKC
is legit. I mean, everything is legit.
He's 7'1".
He's 7'1". Yeah, I think everything is legit about this guy. And I think all the questions about whether he can hold up, whether he can deal with, people attacking him, getting physical with him, those are all legit questions. I just think that this guy has shown enough that he will make people tune in to figure out whether he can do those things or not. He's got that much talent and he's got that much allure to his game that people are going to watch to see what happens with this guy, whether he can answer these questions or not. But right now, man, I'm pretty sure, man, he's must-see TV for a lot of people right now.
I can't wait just to see, you know what I'm saying, what he's gonna what he's gonna do, because you know the spotlight is on him.
And Pop had what? David Robinson, Tim Duncan.
The Spurs got to be the luckiest organization
and
in the history of
so
organization.
Pop didn't handle some big guys before.
Yeah.
David Robinson, well, he was always kind of strong though, even though he was on the thin side.
Yeah, he was cut.
Yeah, he was cut up. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
So Chet and they played already, Chet Holmgren and Victor. So OKC, they won the game by 1 point. Wembanyama had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. He played 19 minutes. Holmgren had 21 points and 9 rebounds in 16 minutes.
Okay.
It's comparable.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
See, you know, especially with these younger guys, you know, because again, man, you know, we see the league changing, you know, every couple of years. You know, you see the young guys coming, you know, the new big thing. Some of them turn out, some of them don't. But now, you know, this kid is on the clock. You know what I'm saying? And like Holmgren, again, he was coming last year. He was supposed to be the thing last year. He got hurt. So it's going to be interesting, man. I think Lenny put it best. You know, NBA, you kind of could wait till the playoffs to kind of get into it. I would watch a game here and there throughout the season, but this might be the first season I'm kind of interested to kind of watch, to really see, you know, how this thing start to play out, you know, what these teams start to, you know, who made good moves, who did not, you know. I'm interested.
Phoenix with Bill.
Yeah, Phoenix. I mean, so it was.
That's another question mark, though, man.
This was a good, you know, this was a off season. It wasn't a lot of empty moves. You know what I'm saying? it was a solid off season,
Mhm.
and it wasn't a lot of, big three type teams, guys joining up, in the free agency, all that stuff. The trades, man, I think it was some solid trades made.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like Portland. They might. I don't think they did anything to get better this year. They
I
must
don't
look.
know.
They
They may
looking
have
5 or 10 years down the road.
I don't know. I have to.
Only
They
person
got
they
like a
got
squad
was
of young boys.
they got dude from Phoenix, which I
Mhm.
don't really believe in him. Aiton.
They had a dude on there. What's the dude with the big afro? I can't remember. A slim cat. He be balling. I want to say his name was Anthony, but I could be wrong. But I don't know if they can make the playoffs, but I think they have like a decent like a solid crew. You know, when I saw their initial lineup, because who did they get from? Because they got players from Boston, right?
They got Aiton, and they got Williams.
Right.
But they gave up Dame. They got the young boy in the draft. And that's all I can think of.
Yeah, in the
they
West,
traded
I'm
away
looking-
the other dude, Simons, who was, to me, a young star in the making.
Denver.
The big four.
I don't believe it though.
Denver, Phoenix.
I'm sorry, man.
Phoenix, the Lakers, and Golden State.
I don't know.
Who's giving you pause like that, Ken?
The Lakers. I gotta see. I gotta see.
Yeah.
I gotta see.
I don't think that they're going to come out the box the way they did last year. I don't think we're going to see that.
I mean, I might put the Clippers over the Lakers unseen. I haven't seen it. I got to see it first. But just right now,
that's who you was talking about.
I might go Clippers first. I might go Clippers right now in my 4 in the West.
What you said there, Neil?
Anthony Simons, he's still on the roster. He's a young star in the making. I think he plays solid.
I've seen him play, man. He's a bright spot there.
But I mean, looking at the rest of their roster,
I ain't even thinking about Portland making any kind of noise.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. You think the Lakers got any better this year?
I gotta see. Because I ain't even really paid attention to what they did as far as moves they made. So I gotta see.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to put them in or out until I see him.
You gotta save that segment for Cheese, man.
Yeah, he's the Laker guy, But I'm gonna hold off on my Laker. I'm gonna hold off until I just put some eyes on them and see what they what they did, what moves they made.
I think the season starts tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? I thought it was next week.
No, sir. Tomorrow. This week.
Man.
Yeah. I think the Knicks. I have to check, but I think we play Boston.
Happy
I
New Year.
have to see. No.
Well.
Yeah, they start tomorrow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me personally, last year I watched every game that I had access to, and that was the first year probably since 2016-17 season when I was still playing fantasy basketball.
Well,
this
I'm
might
gonna
be
tuned in. I'm gonna be tuned in more this year.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of changes. Yeah,
So-
a lot of intrigue.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to a few people, man, that's been supporting me. Send me a little financial support. And most of them did some financial, some of them had just been encouraging, doing some other things for me behind the scenes. So Mr. Thaddeus Hall, Harry Restpass, my homeboy, Elise Samuels, Greg Moses, my homie, Jeremy Givens, young fella. I meant to send him the link to come on tonight. My fault, Jeremy. But Jeremy, man, real sharp young guy, man. He got a podcast. that he shows primarily on Instagram that is called Bourbon and Boy Shorts. And interesting story about how the name came about. But Jeremy, real resourceful young fella, man, that we gonna be doing some stuff together coming down the pike. Mark Clark, who y'all heard from earlier, became, like I said, we were social media friends, and we became friends for real. He big impact on me, man. Always encouraged me, always sending me positive vibes, man, and pushing me to keep moving forward what I'm doing. My guy Big Lou, who I played the theme song right out the gate. Big Lou, I sent him the link. I know Lou probably busy, man. Lou probably in the studio somewhere concocting some music. So, you know what I'm saying? Big Lou, my guy, and Lou did the logo that's up in the corner. You know what I'm saying? He did the logo for me up there. He did a couple songs for me. Always supportive. I talked about him last night. Dude, I've been knowing for about 30 years. And he was a friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even meet directly. We met through somebody else. And we've been solid ever since. Pastor Jonathan Hancock and the New Start Church, they always supportive, showing me love, man. Shouting me out in church, having people there support what I do, always encouraging, man. So I'm just appreciative of everybody that has been helpful. I done left a couple people off my list. So Kenny Rice, we know Kenny Rice, man, from the neighborhood. He donated. He's also an insurance agent. So if you got insurance needs, hit up Kenny Rice for your insurance need, auto, home, life, I think health now.
He's still with Nationwide?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then the last two people, very near and dear to me, my aunt Beverly, that she made a financial donation, but that's my aunt, you know what I'm saying? And she donated to me all my life, you know what I'm saying, just with encouragement, wisdom, just the knowledge that she has, and always been somebody that I've looked up to from day one. And last but not least, my mom's. My mom, she always is helpful to me. Whenever I need, I try not to ask for much, but mom's always helpful. And mom got a producer credit. She the one hooked up the Haywood Highsmith interview. You know what I'm saying? So I got that interview because she knows his mom.
Okay.
And she was meeting up with his mom that morning, one morning, and she told me that she asked me did I want the mom to ask if the son would come on the show. And why not? And she called me back and said, yeah, he said he'll do it. And so that's how that came about. So, shout out to
you
my
gave
mom.
her producer credit.
Yeah, she get a producer credit for that.
That's
what I'm saying? So she pulled that interview together for me. So, I'm appreciative of all the help that I get, all the encouragement that I get to do the sports mix. You know what I'm saying? Again, I said a little earlier, if you know me from all my life, I'm not a talkative person. I'm kind of quiet, kind of reserved, kind of laid back. So for me to be on here talking and expressing my views and opinions, it's a little outside of my normal box. But I enjoy what I'm doing. I appreciate, the fellas for coming on with me, man, having some little debate, spirited debates and good conversation, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And like Cheese said, man, we going back and forth, but that's my brother. You know what I'm saying, man? I mean, this dude, we teammates for life. You know what I'm saying? Cheese was the big home run hitter, and I was at the back of the lineup and could smack the ball around too. You know what I'm saying? So we got that. And so I'm just appreciative of the 2 years that we got so far. I can't wait for the next 2 to 10, to 20. Mm-hmm. I'm ready. Mm-hmm. I'm ready, man. So appreciate y'all fellas, for coming through on this night. and we'll do it again soon and very soon. Dang, I didn't know NBA was starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
That
kind of shook you a bit.
yeah, that changes things, So now I gotta be prepared.
Yes, sir.
I gotta look up what games is coming on and what channel, all that stuff. So I gotta lock in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And so yeah, because
Adam Silver ain't playing, man.
yeah, nah,
He ain't playing. He's trying to catch up to the NFL. It's like, yo, you a bill. I'm trying to catch that bill.
I got less than a month before my basketball season starts, so I'll be in coach mode in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
So I'll be trying to juggle that and fatherhood and all that other stuff I got going on. So, but the sports mix gonna be here. I'm gonna make time for this.
So tomorrow it's the Lakers and the Nuggets.
Okay.
That's the first game at 7:30. The second game is Phoenix and Golden State.
So what's okay. That's TNT.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
that's like Christmas Day matchups right there.
That's 7:30. You say 7:30 start and 7:30 start, and then it's the second game is a 10 o'clock start.
Damn. So LeBron and them guys watch them get their rings. The
After
first
they
game,
watch them pull out the broom.
They're gonna have all of the ceremony and all that. They probably gonna have Fat Lever and what was the guy number? What was the shooter they had back in the day out there with the Nuggets? Alice English. Oh, they gonna bring everybody out. They probably gonna give all
Kiki
them rings.
Vanderway.
Right.
Oh man,
they giving everybody rings tomorrow.
Chris Mullin,
Dan Issel.
Yeah, Dan Issel, all them.
Oh man, damn.
Man, you say 7:30, huh?
Yes, sir.
Damn. Is it supposed to rain in Baltimore tomorrow?
I don't know.
I would hate to have to ask for rain. My daughter got a softball game tomorrow. I ain't gonna get home about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh man.
Well,
yeah, man.
It is what it is, man.
I'm surprised at the Lakers in Denver because I don't know where they playing at, but 7:30.
It's in Denver. It's in Denver. It's in Denver. The champion always gonna get a home game out the break.
Yeah. Because they got to do the ring ceremony.
Yeah, they're gonna get the ring. Yeah, it's gonna be pageantry, and prestige in Denver tomorrow.
A lot of pomp and circumstance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that's their first championship, right?
Yeah, NBA. Yeah. Damn.
Lakers chomping at the bit more. The Lakers want them, man.
They been talking a little smack too, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, they ready. They saying they
your
ready.
Boy AD been talking trash.
Right.
That boy better just stay healthy, man.
Right.
You gotta be careful not to break a fucking fingernail.
Look, another 7 foot tall guy who, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there we go.
Tender ass. Tender ass motherfucker.
Damn, see, how you really feel, CB?
It's like anytime he be playing, man, and he starts like hopping and shit, it's like, oh fuck, man, he gonna be out for 3 weeks.
So wait a minute. Where's Rudy playing this year?
Rudy got cut from Golden State.
No.
Oh, Rudy Gobert. He's still a sack. I mean,
Minnesota.
That was for CB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's still playing in Minnesota. And you know what? So I have to say this since you want to mention him.
Mm-hmm.
So dude had the nerve. So maybe about a month or so ago, Nick guard Fournier, he was talking shit because he's still on the Knicks, but he was on the far end of the bench.
Oh,
so
Evan Fournier?
Yeah. So from his view, he's like, and he has not been traded, so he's still on the Knicks. So he's kind of griping and saying, Tibbs should have been playing me more. Y'all could trade me to another team. I still got some worth. First thing Tibbs came out when a reporter mentioned what Fournier said. Tibbs came out with the fucking stats and talked about when he's on the floor, this is where we are. When he's not, this is where we are. That's why he's on the bench. Now, I'm saying all to say, fucking Gobert he's gonna chime in the conversation. Oh, he still got a whole lot of work. Yo, Gobert. Who are you? I'm not understanding that. This is not Giannis talking. This is Gobert. No bear. As if what he is going to say about Fournier, and you're going to have a GM on the phone like, oh, shit, man.
Hold up. Ain't Gobert from France?
They playing that
Bingo. They both
Fournier's
play on the
from
same
France.
team that got the
Ain't Fournier from France, though?
boom.
They sticking up for their peoples, man. He's sticking up
Boom.
for his man.
They're gonna have a nice national team.
We gonna win some Emmys and Oscars around here.
So Kenny, you need to get everybody's
I like the little Emmy, man.
who they think gonna come out of the East and who gonna come out in the West right now before the season even starts. Your panel prediction.
All right. All right. Who first?
You go first, Dean. You.
I done brought it up, right?
Go ahead. Let us know.
Well, right now, I'm man, it's tough, man. It's really tough. I'm gonna go with Boston. I'm torn between Boston and Milwaukee. I'm gonna go with Boston in the East, and I'm gonna go with Denver in the West.
All right, who up next?
I'm gonna say Boston in the East. In the West, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Definitely not Denver.
Not the world champions?
I don't give a fuck if they win the chip, man.
Yo,
they're still in the Utah Jazz class. I don't know.
Damn.
I think the Lakers are a threat to Denver,
Oh, okay.
but I'm going with Denver.
What you got, Neil?
So I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee in the East because I'm not a Tatum believer. I'm not a Porzingis believer. I'm just gonna be honest. I feel like
in how many games, Neil?
I think I say 5 games, honestly. 5 games and Milwaukee comes out on top.
Fucking blasphemous.
If the caveat is if what's the 2 guard, the dude that was out last year? Middleton. If Middleton can stay healthy,
yeah,
I gotta go with them.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He's tough.
I gotta go with them.
Big 3 right there.
And Bobby Porter, I think, is coming back. He's also
Bobby
tough.
Porter is the starting center.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
Yeah. And they
They
still
got
got
a
a
very
big
tough
big
squad.
whatchamacallit off the bench at center. What's his name? And one of the brothers.
All the Giannis brothers is playing.
Nah, not the Giannis brothers. The big dude from his brother Lopez.
Yeah,
Still got
Right,
Lopez.
Yes.
That's one of them banging centers that's gonna go at Wambiana.
Yes.
But and
Yes.
so in the West, I got man, you know KD and Steph are my 2 favorite players, so I gotta root for both of them. But I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go with Denver again. If everybody's healthy, I mean, like that team just got all the pieces. I mean, they got a solid point guard. They got a solid center. They got and I was not
Me either.
what's
Murray.
3 names, dude? KCP, Caldwell Pope. I
Caldwell
was
Pope.
not a Caldwell Pope believer, but
Right.
he might get 6th man of the year this year.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Contavious
Right.
Caldwell Pope. And
Right.
then they got Michael Porter Jr. If he stays healthy,
Yeah.
man, they and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah,
I just feel like they got a complete team.
Denver's tough.
Complete
Denver's
team.
tough. You know,
Did they get a new player to the team?
Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know if they made any moves.
Okay. I thought they had a
I don't know.
I thought they had a new.
But I'm
coach.
gonna just be I like Miami. I mean, I like Houston. Damn, man, I'm all over the place.
Houston.
I've been to Houston. I've been.
Must have had a big impression on you when you went down.
Yeah, Houston is a hell of a town. I like Houston. I definitely want to get back.
I've been there too, bro. It definitely is.
I like it.
So I like Boston. I really like Boston. But for the sake of, my guest that I had on, I gotta go Miami to come out the East. I don't know why. Because they always show up in the playoffs.
They do.
They always show up in the playoffs. Playoff Jimmy is tough.
Yeah,
playoff Jimmy is tough.
Playoff Jimmy is tough.
Yes, he is.
So I'm gonna go Miami, and I'm gonna ride with Haywood. My guy. He's my guy now. So
of course,
I'm gonna ride with Haywood.
Oh, you sure?
And then in the West, man, Denver. It's tough to pick against Denver. It's tough to go against Denver. Like y'all, I mean, with the five and then with the bench. You know what I'm saying? Man, I gotta go Denver in the West. I got and I wanna go against the grain, but it's tough to go against them. It's tough to pick against them. And
make note of this, and maybe 20 games in, we might come back and see what we're thinking at that point.
Yeah, because for a league that don't really play centers anymore, Joker's tough, man.
Tough.
Man. Tough. I mean, damn, no, it's like, yo, when you need whatever you need, he gonna give it to you.
He proved that shit to me. He proved that shit to me.
A 3-pointer.
Yes.
Banging the body.
Yes.
A block shot.
Everything.
A rebound.
All of that. He proved himself to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tough, man. So I'm writing it down. So I got Miami, Denver. Dean, who you had?
I had Boston and Denver.
And who you had, Neil? You had Milwaukee.
Milwaukee and Denver.
So it looked like Denver is consistent. Well, CB don't like Denver, so.
If you take the emotion out of it and stick to the pure facts on paper.
Yeah.
Somebody to prove to me that they can beat Denver.
Yeah. Who you like in the East, CB?
Huh?
Who you like in the East?
Boston. Yeah. And I think it'll go 7.
And so you don't have a West pick yet?
No.
All right. So
anti Denver, I can tell you that. It won't be Denver.
All right. So we'll get back with you on that. Then I gotta get Cheese. I gotta get his
yeah.
Who he thinking? All right.
Kind of I wanna see. I'm interested in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I just want to see because Beal is a damn good shooter.
Yeah.
And we all know what Booker has done and what Booker can do. And we all know KD. And I just am interested to see how he gonna flow out there in Phoenix there. And you don't have Paul there.
Yeah.
Right.
My fear for Bradley Beal is he played his best basketball in Washington.
So who runs the point in Phoenix, though? That's the question mark for me.
Yeah.
I think I read because I asked somebody about that. Where they're going to switch Devin to the 1.
I don't think that's a good move.
I don't like that.
And I was like asking. Well, I'm not really debating it, but I was just asking because Devin has showed so much, at the 2. And I can't remember who I was having this conversation with, but I think they said that Devin played the 1 in college.
I don't like it.
When he was in Kentucky.
Right. I don't like it.
I don't
So
think he has
and you know, because it's different when you play the 2 versus playing the 1.
exactly.
And I don't know, huh?
If they got a Draymond type, you know what I mean, a 4 that could kind of facilitate where he don't have to be the primary, just trying to make stuff happen. Maybe, but no, I don't like it. I don't like him being the facilitator.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his role is defined. He been an all-star at his role for the last 3 years, 4
Right.
years.
Right.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I had reservations about that. If because if you've been playing like a number 2 spot for X number of years, and then you're gonna like convert over to the point. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a whole different mindset. It's not like, and it's not to say he don't have the skill.
Yeah.
But
I don't like it.
I don't know.
I don't like it. Well, fellas, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been wonderful.
Yes, sir.
It's I know we all got jobs in the morning. I'd like to thank everybody that was tuned in.
Yeah, happy anniversary, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Happy anniversary, my guy.
Man.
Appreciate it.
2 years. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and I
man.
thank everybody that was tuned in. We had quite a few tuned.
I saw man with T.
Yeah, Woody. Oh my God, yeah, my man T.
Dropped a note.
Yeah.
What's up, man? If you're still listening.
Yeah, Wu T.
Yeah.
The point guard. He was a point guard.
Yeah. He's a point dancer too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, real smooth on the court.
Yeah, yes.
All right, peoples. But we out, man. We'll see y'all next time. I ain't gonna say when. We'll see y'all next time.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely had to do an NBA show, boy.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that tomorrow. So that shit, it just snuck up on me.
It's gonna be hot this year, boy, that league.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, peace. We out.
All right.
All right.